What do YouTube's boys mindset back in the YouTube video? Now I want to talk to y'all about something I feel like it's meant to be said and it's meant to be talked about. The title of discussion today is going to be about why I'm not doing relationships. Now, I'm not going to lie to y'all. From my point of view, I feel like that took me away. I feel like I damaged my older self. Not my older self, but the old version of myself, because it kind of changed me. It changed me a lot. It was just so bad. It just got to the point where I almost lost all my friends and my brothers. It was bad, and it just got too deep, too far. That's what it really was, for real. And now, to this day, I'm so thankful that my brothers gave me a second chance to forgive them and to let me back in their picture, because it took a lot of trust again. I didn't do nothing verbally to them. It was just that there was just so much going on that I couldn't bring myself back. The old version of me was just gone. I was this completely different person. I was sad all the time. I was hurt. And I just hated how things ended. And it wasn't perfect, I should say. Stuff started happening a lot. And now I'm not gonna lie about that. So yeah, y'all, it was getting bad, like I was saying in the video, and I wanted to add on something to that. Certain things that you can fix and certain things you just cannot fix. It depends on what happened and depends on how can you fix it, and it was more being damaged than more trying to fix each other and better our health. But yeah, I just had something to add on to it. Back to the video. I wanted things to get better. I did. But it just turned out getting worse. Then on top of that, the girl I was trying to fall for, it was a lot of problems. It really was. I wouldn't say it was toxic for real. It was just more of things could have got fixed, and I wanted things better for the both of us, but it wouldn't happen the way how I wanted to happen, because I wouldn't say damaging each other, but we was not on the same page, because there was a lot of good things happening, because we was distant for 2 years, I believe, and seeing each other for the next year. So I'm proud I got to meet her, and it was just the bad things. The bad things was just horrible. I'm talking about my mom didn't even like her, and it sucked. That sucked, because I feel like that played a part of us, me and her splitting away too, because she didn't like her at all. I'm talking about, she didn't even know her for real. She didn't know who she was. She just knew that it was the person I was talking to. And I'm just so mad because she never got the chance to see the good side of her, because she was a really nice person. She was a caring person. She was a great person. She was a fantastic person. She was a loving person. She was just all the above, and you never got to see it. So like I said, I feel like that played a part for us to split up too, and I hated how it ended like that. My auntie loved her. Both my aunties did. My grandma loved her. She loved her a lot. And my boys did. They loved her too, They didn't do no sneaky crap behind me. They told me stuff like all the time, like, hey, when an old girl coming over, or like when we get to meet her again, she's a nice person, she's funny, she's gorgeous, she's magnificent. You know, just regularly brother loyalty stuff, you know. And now how we fell out, it was crazy. It was outrageous. Like, I remember when we did fall out, she used to tell me that she didn't love me no more. I remember. And this is when I was going to my auntie house a lot to babysit my cousins. She used to tell me, like, I don't love you no more. Like, I don't want anything. I don't want us to like hate each other, but it's just that she didn't have no more love for me. Like, and that sucked, you know? The reason why I say it is because out of all the girls I dated in my entire life, no girl has said that to me, like, none at all. And so for hearing that for the first time, you know, it was a word awakening. You know, it was like, I never got told that to anybody. When I first got told, it didn't affect me at the time then. It was just that it was more of understanding where her mind was at. But as time went on, man, it sucked, man. It did. Like, I'm talking about, it had got to a point where we started hating each other. Like, it was bad, you know? And for some odd reason, it was just so much of more like not supporting each other. It was just more of like throwing shades at each other. Like, hey, this happened and you didn't care. Or like, hey, you messing with that person, you knowing that I don't like her. You know, it was more of like we was just fighting each other. And I hated that. I really, really did. I hated that so much, because this was supposed to be the love of my life, you feel me? And like, and speaking about the love of my life part, I used to like try to take her name from that, like her title, like her name away from her, who she really was. I used to just damage that, like it was nothing. Even in the back of my head, you can't erase something that you already wrote. You know what I mean? Like, probably wonder why I'm drinking a lot of water, because I have brushed my teeth and used mouthwash. I just hated how we was just like fighting each other. I hated that so much. Like, not verbally, by the way, or physically. Now, I ain't talking about boom. No, none of that. No, like words spoken, hurting each other. Like, used to hurt each other so much, it got to the point where we hated each other. And I hated that so much, you know, because this lady right here, this is supposed to be the love of my life. And it made me look at love a lot. Made me look at love like a lot different. It did. I ain't gonna lie, it really did. And I hated how it affected us, because it affected our mental. It affected the people around us. It affected our love. You know, it affected that. And I don't know how it got so bad so quick. That's the killer part. It got bad quick. Like, it wasn't something that was just planned. It was more fast. Like, hey, this about to happen. You know what I mean? And I just hated how that happened like that. I really, really did, you know? But, if I'm ever gonna be doing relationships again, for at the moment, no. And it's been 4 years, by the way. I want to throw it out there. It's been 4 years. And when I realized how each year went by, it made me realize something. Like, you don't need people in your life to force you to love you or force them to stay. You know, if they up and leave, it's either because the other individual did something, or it was just not meant to be, you know. It can be anything, you know. And I feel like for me and her to fall out, I feel like we was like damaging each other too bad. Like it shouldn't have to been like that, you know. And if I don't know by now, she has a kid. Yeah, you know, she has a kid. You know, and how I know is that one day she had texted me out when I was at work, and I think I deleted the messages because I was just so like confused at first. I was really confused, and it hurted me a lot because what happened before she had the kid, you know, because she asked me some months back, how would you feel if I was to get somebody else pregnant? She asked me that. Like I said, I wish I had the messages so I could show y'all, but I believe I deleted them because that's how bad it affected me. And she was like, no, I was like, I wouldn't like get too mad because there's nothing to get mad at for it's just more of like supporting and showing you gratitude. You know, and I told her that. Then I asked her that, and she said she'll feel some type of way. And at first I was confused because, well, I don't know why she asked me that. I didn't want to like my mind to get any further because I know how my minds get. I know how I do. And then some months later, I think it was 2022. No, 2023, I believe. She had texted me. She was like, hey, I got something to tell you. But first she called me first, but I didn't pick up because I was at work. I was on break, and she was like, yeah, I had to tell you something. I was like, yeah, what's up, what's going on? I'm on break. You tell me anything? She was like, I'm pregnant. I was like, oh, really? Really? And she was like, yeah. She sent me the picture of the ultrasound, and it was real, you know. And after that, she was like, I figured I should tell you because she said, I know the FL meant a lot, which is me, first love, by the way. And I said, no, I'm happy for you. It was cool. And now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm not the jealous type at all. I used to be when I was a little younger, like 14, 15. I used to be the jealous type, but as time went on, I just started telling myself there's no point in getting jealous because there's a billion people around the world. There's just no way one person make you feel like this dude is better than what you are. So I felt like that was pointless. But in this time frame and time period, I was a little hurt. I ain't gonna lie. I was a little hurt. I was. And I had asked her, can I see the baby? Can I see it? She said, no, that's weird. And I was like, how is that weird if you took the time out of your day to tell me something that I had no business to? You did that. I didn't ask for that. You did that. So then she let her baby daddy cuss me out. I cussed him back out too. I ain't no punk now. But I wasn't really mad at him. I was more mad of her because you done started something that you had no business starting in the first place. So then I went to look on her page one day because I was curious. I really was. And did I have any business going on her page? Yes and no, because this the lady I spent 5 years of my life on, but we had splitting up. But before we was even together, she was stalking my page. So I had every right to do it because she was doing it before we was even gotten together. We were just like close friends at the time then. So I didn't feel bad. So then I seen the baby. I did. And the baby was adorable. You know, I'm sure she's gonna be a great mother. You know, I wish nothing bad on her, and I don't, because like I said, at the end of the day, this is the person who I fell in love with, you know. So if I don't believe me too, by the way, I'll show you the video. Here, go right. Like I said, I was a little hurt because I told her that I wouldn't get anybody else pregnant. I wouldn't go that far because I feel like that's wrong in some type of way, or just because my loyalty is just that strong. And, you know, I just let it be, you know. I didn't, you know, had no judgment to the baby or to the parents, you know. I wish them a happy, good life, you know. So if she was to ever like text me again, which I really wouldn't mind. I'll be okay with it because, like I said, there's no point in holding judgment. That's something that happened like years ago. Like, there's no point in that at all, you know. And I feel like once you show your true colors, or show how much of a good person you are, I feel like that plays a big part of your life because it shows what kind of person you really are deep down inside. And I was holding my grudges at a certain time of point, but I just didn't hold them too much. I just let it go. I held on to it for a few minutes, then I let it go. Because like I said, at the end of the day, if this is what you feel comfortable doing, be my guest. You know, I want you happy if we together or not together. You know, I want you on top. You know what I mean? I want you like all the way to the top. You know. So, like I said, back to the question: is I'm done with love? I don't know. I'm at a point where it's like love can come at you in different ways. It can. And I'm not saying I'm not ready or saying I'm not done. I'm just at a point where it's like I don't want to go back to where I was at when I was deeply in love, you know. So I'm gonna leave it at that. If I end up falling in love again, it'll be sweet, you know. And I feel like I'm much more smarter of my choices now, so I feel like it wouldn't affect me as much how it did before. I know what to look after. I know what's the little things to peep, you know. So yeah, you guys, if you made this far in the video, I really appreciate you because you took the time out of your day to come watch a guy like me, you know, and that means a lot. You know, just keep subscribing, liking, sharing this video so other people can see how much of a serious person I am. And now, like I said, I have my serious moments. I just don't want to have too many of serious moments because I want y'all to still look at me as a funny person. I still do. And yeah, you guys, forget up out of here. I'm finna go lay down and chill and relax, and think about my future. You know, how long I'm still gonna be on this platform, and see how long the journey is. Smiles in, smiles out.